Okay, so hi, welcome to the first episode of this RAFT series, and I need to speedrun this since I don't have much time to say this, but basically, so this is just going to be the first episode, and the reason I have to narrate all of this is because, for some reason, since OBS is being OBS in this video, you can't actually hear me, but you can hear my friend Cap, who I'm playing with in this. So, by the way, that's an island that we're about to slam into, so that's nice. But anyway, so I'm going to be muting the audio for most of it, and occasionally I'll unmute if Cap says something funny. But, yeah, so let's slam into the island and collect some resources, and I'll cut to important parts. By the way, this is like my second time playing, and Cap already beat Chapter 1, but hasn't played much since Chapter 2 released. But, yeah, with all that out of the way, enjoy the video. Basically, to start, we just started collecting stuff from the island, aka I found one pineapple and picked it up, as you can see. And I was also just farming a bunch of flowers. We were here for like a bunch of, maybe 10 minutes. We were just sitting at this island doing nothing while the shark ate at our boat. And, yeah, I just grabbed like seeds and flowers, and it was pretty much useless the whole time. And, I think Cap was probably gathering like food and like melons and stuff. But yeah, I didn't have an axe, so I couldn't really harvest any of the wood, so that just kind of sucked. But anyway, this upcoming interaction is basically the whole series in a nutshell.
I'm in the ocean deep right now. I'm gonna die in the ocean. What do you mean you believe me? You believe I'm gonna die? Thank you for the confidence.
Yep, the series in a nutshell is me believing he's gonna die. He was very reckless. I mean, he's pretty good at shark PvP, as he said himself. Oh gosh, he barely narrowly escaped that one. Barely, narrowly, I don't even know. But yeah, right now we're just trying to figure out a way to get unstuck off this island, and in a moment, Cap will come up with the idea of getting a paddle, but the only problem is we need plastic for that. So right now we're just trying to get plastic, at least looking for plastic that's probably in our range. And I'm trying to get this stuff with my hook that's really far away, but I just couldn't get it, and Cap was watching me. He's like, that's gonna take too long. So then he just dives in like, alright, how about we get some of this stuff by hand? And he just goes in. Look, yeah, there he is. Okay, he's just going. But, yeah, anyway. Let's skip to after we got off the island. So, some 30 seconds later, here we are paddling off the island. But, as you can see in the bottom left corner, I'm gonna die of dehydration and starvation in like a solid 10 minutes or so. Which is a decently long time, but the thing is, we don't have, like, anywhere close to the necessary materials to make a water purifier or a grill. Nor do we even have a fishing rod or anything to grill on it. On the grill, at least. I mean, Cap had like 2 potatoes, but that wouldn't get me anywhere past dying. And since Cap had been doing a lot of the fighting himself, he also is a little bit hungry. So this was a big problem. And we're going to skip to the end of the night to see what we ended up coming up with. So yeah, time skip like 10 minutes. Okay, so here we are. As you can see, the sun is rising, and I'm dying. Well, I was dying of dehydration earlier, but eventually we managed to get a water purifier. Just barely. But as you can see now, I'm about to be dying of starvation because my hunger is in the red. I ate like 2 melons, I think, for food. Or just the pineapple, I don't remember. But yeah, basically right now I was about to die of hunger, but guess what? It's morning. So, we're gonna actually skip forward a bit to me dying, so that'll be fun. At least, mostly dying. As you can see, we managed to get a grill, and we were grilling a turnip. And as you can also see in the left-hand corner, I'm about to die of starvation. And guess what? Turnips don't grill that fast. So you know what happened? I think you can all guess. I died. Hooray. And this is the first of many deaths to happen on the island. Or, raft. Same thing. Anyway. Yeah. We didn't have a bed, so we couldn't revive me with all my stuff. So, yeah, we pretty much just lost a bunch of progress. And this happened a couple times, but eventually we got a bed and things started going more smoothly. But that's in like 20 minutes, so I'm just gonna skip to that so you don't have to watch us fail a bunch of times. So here we have 20 minutes later after the last clip. We finally have a bed, And here I am making a research table, because that way we'll be able to research more materials. And of course, me being the genius I am, instead of placing it in a nice open space where there's nothing in the way, I decided to place it right behind the water purifier, so only one person can use it at a time. Well, actually, that might have just been a feature of the game. I just don't know. I'm not very good at this game. But yeah, right now we're just collecting resources, and even though my hunger is very low in the bottom corner, that's actually pretty much fine, because then he can just put me on the bed if I die of hunger. And yeah, all my stuff will stay with me. And here I am, placing one piece more to the boat, and yeah, doing not much else, because I ran out of planks. So yeah, right now we're just trying to expand our boat, and if we find an island, we'll probably head to it. So as you can see from this clip from another 4 minutes after the last one, I got a fishing rod, so now I was just gathering up fish to cook and just eat, because, yeah. And then I found a little mechanic duck, and I was like, yeah, duck time. I mean, obviously that wasn't like the last fish, the most recent one, that was like 2 fishes ago. But yeah, we were going towards an island, and Cap was using a paddle to actually get us there, because before he was using a paddle, it kind of looks like we weren't going to make it. But now, definitely looks like we were going to make it, because we're heading straight for it. Well, I mean, almost. But the thing is, we didn't have an anchor, so if we didn't make it, then we just sail right past it. And this is exactly what's happening here. But we didn't have the materials on hand to make an anchor, so here I am trying to speedrun making a stone anchor. And eventually, I actually managed to do it. And then I remembered how to use it, and I threw it down, and Cap continued to paddle us towards the island a little bit closer, so that we don't have to swim so far to get to it. But yeah, we're now at another island. As Cap said, is a drive-by stop to get some resources. And I believe he had an axe at this point, so he could just get some more wood for us, so that was useful. So yeah, we'd be staying at this island for the next like 15 or so minutes. So how about we skip to the part where we're actually doing some good stuff. Also, here's me heroically rescuing Cap because he got himself killed fighting the shark. Just had to include that, because if Cap watches this video, then haha. But anyway, yeah, he totally had to rescue me like 80 times. But yeah, he was just 1v1ing the shark the whole time we were at the island, and I was just mostly fishing, because we didn't really have much to do at the island, and I didn't know that you could collect resources off the coast of it, or the edge of it, I guess. And you could get like clams and clay. Oh yeah, he died again, so I had to pick him back up and throw him right back on the bed. Yeah, he died a lot in the 1v1. But I mean, eventually it started to pay off, because he was getting some scratches into the shark. And I was going to head back to the island soon to see if I could get some more food. Because I didn't know there were coconuts until he'd told me right about now, and I just walked past a coconut tree, so I'm pretty smart considering I said I saw no coconuts. But I ended up finding something, in my opinion, a little bit better. Flowers. Oh yeah, and something that's actually a little bit useful, like melons and pineapple. I just walked past pineapple, as you can see. I'm quite the genius in this game. But yeah, let's skip to the next island, I suppose. Ha! Psych! We stayed at the same island, and here's me gathering scrap metal and stuff for the very first time off the coast of the same island that we were on in the last clip. By the way, this is like solid 10 minutes after the last one, but that's because Cap had just killed the shark. And then he told me about mining like this with my hook. And I didn't realize until just then how much durability that took out of my hook. Because my hook had broken after like the first few scraps. But this was actually still a very efficient source of gathering materials. Because you could just get like copper, clay, stone, lots of scrap metal from just mining off the coast of the island. And it was actually really useful because I got a bunch of stones that I was thinking about investing in a stone axe, but eventually I just threw all that idea away because I don't have enough brain cells to store that much brain power. But yeah, so for the next 5 minutes the shark was gone, so we were just harvesting, and then my hook broke, so then I went to make a new one. Luckily I had the materials to on hand, psych. I went back to the boat to get some. Yeah, this boating trip was very successful. or rafting, I guess. And yeah, this island was very useful. It came in pretty useful. But anyway, now time to actually go to the next island in the video. So now we're here at the next island, and Cap is currently paddling us to it so that we can actually get there. And I'm trying to get some more water, or clean water at least, while also trying not to die of starvation. And if you've never played this game before, or if you have played this game before, but you just never killed the shark, or you just don't know a lot about the game, basically, if you kill the shark in this game, you'll get a shark head that you can wear, which for some reason Cap wasn't wearing, at least at this moment. And you get a bunch of like meats and safety. So it's actually just a really good idea if you have a co-op going and you have another person with you that'll like be willing to resurrect you if you die. But yeah, basically we got a bunch of shark meat, and that stuff gives you a ton of hunger. Okay, I actually got attacked by the shark right there, because this has been a lot more than 5 minutes after the last island. But yeah, so shark meat is just a really good meat overall. And we were cooking some at the time we started this clip. And while I was sitting on this island discovering that there's nothing useful here other than a little bit of food that I found, Cap was making advancements in research and technology because he had discovered how to make stuff like clay bowls, which are useful. And he was just generally researching stuff, and I was over here collecting some more clay so that we could actually make the stuff. Because all we needed was some clay, and then we could make some clay bricks, which after a little bit, or like a solid day actually, in-game, they will dry out, because you craft them as wet clay bricks. And I ended up only getting 1 clay here for some odd reason. Even though I mined 2 pieces, if I'm correct. Unless that second piece was stone, I didn't notice. But basically, clay is useful. You can make a lot of stuff out of it, and if it dries, then it's even more useful. And that's the philosophy we were using here when I harvested that clay, and took some damage. But obviously that was healed overnight. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically all we got out of that island. Some clay, but still pretty useful. Also, here, we named the shark Karen, which for some reason I haven't mentioned yet, and Cap did a pretty good job of fending Karen off there and protecting the shoe and the duck. Yeah, that's where I put them. Anyway. By the way, sorry if that shoe mention was a little bit random. I didn't include it. But yeah, Cap fished out a shoe full of dirt. But anyway, so yeah, this is pretty much where we ended the episode off, because we don't have all that much more to do since there's no islands or anything. And also the recording was getting to be like an hour long, so this took a little while to edit, yeah, if I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, here I'm just trying not to die of hunger by eating some cooked potatoes. And yeah, we'd gotten to a point where we were pretty much just waiting for an island to appear, because we had nothing really to do, and just expanding our boat a lot. So yeah, we might do a little bit of doing stuff off camera, but I guarantee you we won't do anything like major, like closer to beating the game or anything. Probably just like RAFT expansions. But yeah, as we end the episode off, I'd like to say something, or actually keep something away from you, because in the next episode, at the very beginning, we will explain something very interesting that we found a couple minutes after we ended the episode. But yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, cool, you enjoyed it. You don't really have to like or subscribe or any of that, but yeah, you're just the judge of that. Anyway, the video ends here, so episode 2 will come out soon. See you later.